What's shaking, y'all? Welcome back to Tank Top Hank. I am Tank Top Hank, and I'm here with my man David Campbell. How are you, man?
Oh, man. So great to be here. I love this show.
It is
second semester, Tank Top Hank's back.
Second semester 2, 2022. There's two of us. We're rolling. We're talking about two sports today. It's month number 2, February. I can keep going, but anyways, jokes aside, let's get down to business. Super Bowl coming up on Sunday.
Of course.
Rams versus the Bengals. We've got Matt Stafford versus Joe Shiesty.
Yep.
Who you got, Dave
Well,
Campbell?
I just want to say, first off, big LSU ties and all this.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to get there, but yeah, listen, I'm not one of these guys who's kind of, just is anti-Chiefs. I'm not like that, but I was, for a valid reason, cheering for the Bengals to beat the Chiefs because I used to be an LSU fan before I got here. Yeah. My parents went there, and so, Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, those are my guys.
On the other side as well, OBJ. I mean, OBJ on the other side as well for the Rams.
Yeah, so. But I've got I was with that national championship team. I bet. That was a big year. That was. I mean, I'll hang my hat on
of course,
that being the greatest college football team ever.
I completely agree.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
But that's a conversation for another day. Who you got?
Joe Burrow is from this. He's just a winner. He's just a certified winner.
He seems to have, not to cut you off, but he seems to have that kind of Tom Brady factor where he's, on paper, yes, guys like Mahomes and Stafford are better. If you go to an NFL...
I don't think Stafford's better on paper.
I think what I'm saying is skill-wise, it's a debate. Okay, Mahomes, though. Skill-wise, you put him in, the eye test of a combine. Yes, Mahomes is totally, going to look better on paper with whether it's running, throwing, But it's just the intangible that Joe Burrow has of just being the winner, the swag. He's got the it factor.
He is fully that guy. And you know who else that guy is? Jamar Chase.
Yes.
And Joe Mixon and T. Higgins. And this offense is just so threatening at all times. They're so explosive. But I want to talk about a team a unit, I should say, that doesn't get enough attention. That's the defense. The defense won the Bengals that game against the Chiefs. They locked up Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship game, including the interception in overtime by Von Bell to get Burrow and the offense in position, and they took him home. Rookie kicker Evan McPherson got the job done, but man, this Bengals team is fun, and that's why I'm taking them. I think Cincinnati gets it done. I really do. For the quarterback matchups, I think Burrow wins it. I really do. I think Burrow's a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford. I think
the defenses are very prevalent here.
Cooper Kupp has obviously one of the best statistical seasons of all time.
100%, yeah.
I think Jamar Chase is just more talented. I really do. I think their offense is just more explosive than the Rams. The big difference for the Rams is Aaron Donald on that D-line, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd. I mean, if those three guys can cause mayhem, obviously Von Miller's a Super Bowl performer. I mean, we saw it with Denver in 2015. Yeah. If they can cause some mayhem and just Burrow gets under pressure a lot and makes some bad throws, I could really see the Rams taking this game. But we've seen Burrow and the Bengals offense succeed despite the bad play from the offensive line, so that's why I'm taking Burrow and the Bengals.
I hope Burrow wins, but I honestly, my preseason pick to win the Super Bowl, if we could rewind back to Tank Top Hank in 2021 fall, I took the Rams because of that.
You got to stand by that. I totally respect that. Yeah.
Yeah. So hold on. Gosh, I got a frog in my throat. My gosh.
You're all good, man.
But it might be a whole toad because it's still. But anyways, let's just get back to it.
Sure.
Had to. Sometimes I make myself laugh, but yeah.
It's funny, man.
The Rams, I picked them preseason to take this thing. I got to stick with it just for the sake of me looking good as a sports broadcaster.
Of course.
Obviously, biased-wise, I want the Bengals, but I think those formerly St. Louis, now Los Angeles Rams take it.
Yeah.
For the sports bettors, who scores the first touchdown?
First touchdown.
Obviously, nobody in Missouri sports bets because it's illegal, right? I don't know anyone who sports bets, but who?
There's a lot of things going around for the sports betting. I've heard some national anthem length talk as well. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a sports bettor myself, but
just hope it's not Fergie. Let's hope it's not Fergie again.
No, it's like a 1:35, maybe a minute 35. I think is what the length is this year. I don't know for sure. I'm not sure. But scores first touchdown. I think the Rams start quickly, and you know who I'm going to go with? It's going to be a dark horse candidate. I'm going with former Mizzou tight end Robert Blanton to score the touchdown. First touchdown. If that happens,
the odds for that are good.
That's a dart throw right there. So I think it's going to happen.
I think it's Bengals on the goal line, and it's C.J. Uzomah, the tight end.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's playing. He'll
because Jalen Ramsey is going to be on Jamar Chase. That's not to say Jamar Chase.
That's a great matchup.
That's not to say that Jamar Chase can't win that matchup. Obviously he can. He's a good receiver. It's very even, but I think they're going to decoy with Chase, play action to Mixon, and
totally could happen. He's been great.
Kabam! Touchdown, C.J. Uzomah.
Yeah, he's explosive.
That's what I'm rocking with.
Yeah, that's very good.
On to UFC.
Woo!
UFC 271 this weekend. It is Bobby Knuckles.
It's a great weekend
versus Israel Adesanya.
It's a really good weekend. You got UFC on Saturday, then Super Bowl on Sunday. So it's a great weekend.
I'm pumped. Oh yeah, I am fired up. I mean, UFC. These are my two favorite sports, in UFC and football, in that order too.
Yeah.
And UFC's great. So we'll start before we talk about Adesanya versus Bobby Knuckles.
Sure.
Robert Whittaker. Tuivasa versus Lewis. Tai Tuivasa, the Hawaiian, versus Derrick Lewis. Tuivasa's on a four knockout win streak.
He's been amazing.
And Derrick Lewis is on. He's the leader of knockouts. I think he's 13 knockouts, most in UFC history. So, how do you see this fight going? It's not labeled the co-main event, but it's essentially the co-main event.
It's a huge fight. I've always been a big Derrick Lewis fan. I really have been. I think he is fully that guy. I think he can totally take this. I mean, like I said, you mentioned, man, the streak that Tuivasa's on right now is just remarkable, and he's just dominating that. He's just dominating the ring. He really is, or the octagon, I should say. But man, when Derrick Lewis gets in there and when he's on, he's a bad dude, and I'm giving Derrick Lewis 100%.
I'm going to go with Derrick Lewis as well because, just the experience. Tuivasa is the future of the heavyweight division along with Cyril Gane, but guys like Ngannou.
Well, Ngannou's that guy.
He's that guy.
We saw that.
Yeah, it was impressive when
What
he
a
did
fight.
against Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
But
Gane will get his chance again.
Yes, he will. But
totally.
Lewis, he's too experienced, too dangerous. I think Tuivasa moves better for a heavyweight, but Derrick, he's still kind of like your prototypical flat-footed heavyweight. So I think Derrick Lewis gets it done there. Adesanya versus Bobby Knuckles.
What a fight.
I think I'll start here. I think Robert Whittaker. I think he has a very good showing, but I think it's going to go the distance, 5 rounds. It's kind of going to be like Vettori versus Adesanya was, which was Izzy's last fight, where Vittori's good. He looked pretty good, but Adesanya's just too skilled. He just outclasses him, outstrikes him, lands more power shots, more body shots, more everything. Leg strikes, head strike, I think he's going to just pick them apart because Adesanya is kind of that dual threat where he can either pick you apart or he can go with the nuclear option and knock you out. And I think that he's going to. There might be some knockdowns, maybe some grappling, maybe some near submissions, but I think Adesanya wins in a decision.
I think this is going to be witnessing two of the best fighters in their weight class in this fight. But give me Izzy. I mean, Izzy is and has been just so remarkable the past few years. I mean, I really was introduced to him a few years ago. I wasn't a huge UFC fan until about my freshman year of college. But when I got into it, I'm like, this Izzy guy. He is. I mean, he's him. He is him.
Well, he's got the swag.
He has the swag. He does. Yeah, he has the swag. I mean, the dancing after every fight.
He can really dance.
And I think he just picks apart everyone at this weight class. And the one loss, obviously, coming against a much bigger opponent. In his one loss, which we'll see if he makes another transition into light heavyweight or not. But I think that for now, he just dominates his class, and I think it's going to be Izzy again.
Yeah. Moving forward, John Jones has been pretty vocal on Twitter, his opinions on the heavyweight division and stuff. Who do you think he should fight? Who do you think he's going to fight in his first UFC fight back as a heavyweight, as opposed to he used to be a light heavyweight?
Yeah, he used to be light heavyweight. Him and DC had that rivalry, obviously.
Yeah,
DC's retired now, great analyst, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's very good.
So I think John, my opinion, John Jones is the GOAT. Let me just put that out there right now. I think John Jones is the greatest fighter of all time, next to,
even despite the steroid controversy.
It's him and Khabib. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's him and Khabib.
Even if John Jones used steroids, because without steroids, I think he'd still.
Without steroids, he was the GOAT, and that's why I think that. I mean,
yes,
without
100%.
steroids, I think he was the GOAT.
Kind of like Barry Bonds.
Yeah, I don't think Barry Bonds is the GOAT, but
I think he's the greatest hitter ever.
So maybe another time for another episode.
Yeah,
but
another
back to John. If John comes back and is clean, I still really do believe he can get it done. Who he's gonna fight? A lot of names out there. Ngannou has been the king of the heavyweight recently. Stipe Miocic. Haven't heard a lot of him.
That's the one I think, because Ngannou, he has I think an Achilles or some sort of injury, maybe his knee. So there's going to be another interim champ. There's going to be another interim title fight. Because Ngannou's probably going to be out for several months. Okay. And, the way UFC works, when the undisputed champ can't defend, there's an interim champ, and then they fight to unify the belt. And I think it's going to be Jon Jones versus Stipe to be the interim champ. Winner of that takes on Ngannou. That's because I saw it on Twitter, and I think it makes the most sense. Now, another thing I could see is Jon Jones versus Derrick Lewis, because if they don't think Jon Jones has earned the right to face a guy like Stipe yet, at this point, Derrick Lewis is kind of the gatekeeper for, moving up in the heavyweight division to that elite level to challenge for the title, right? It said Cyril Gane beat Derrick Lewis, challenge for the title. Sure, if Tuivasa wins, he'll be in that conversation.
For sure.
The reason Derrick Lewis isn't in the conversation is because he just had an interim title fight and lost. So now, but he's still a stud. He's still that
a stud,
guy.
for sure.
He can still have a title fight, but he's getting older. He's 37. So he's kind of the gatekeeper right now. However, if he rematches Cyril Gane or Jon Jones and wins, I think I would love, because he's beaten Ngannou before, I'd love to see that fight. But I'm getting kind of carried away.
You're all good. I think, real quick, I think Jones, this is not one I think we'll see, but if both fighters want to make it happen, I think Jones versus Adesanya is potential. Thing is, the weight class difference is the problem. But they beef on Twitter all the time. And it's entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I think, and Jon Jones, I don't think he's going to be willing to cut.
And I don't think he's going to put that much on. I mean, he'll go up one. I don't think Jon will go down. That's the issue.
No, because, Jones has been working toward heavyweight for a few years now.
I would love that.
Who should McGregor fight in his first fight back from injury?
Man, Conor, it was really hard to see him go down like that. A guy who has just been kind of going through some stuff lately with the fights, retirement a million times.
Injury.
I know who you're going to say, and I honestly think I'm going to agree with you. Michael Chandler. Mizzou legend.
I think Chandler wins that fight.
It's close. It's
a very similar fight.
It'd be so fun to watch.
Because Chandler obviously is the advantage wrestling, but he prefers to strike, as does Conor. That'd be kind of a coin flip, honestly. Just like Gaethje versus Chandler, it'd be very similar. But I think. I'd like to see Michael Chandler. I could also see Tony Ferguson.
Tony, for sure.
But I think Chandler's the perfect guy because Conor and Chandler are both former champs in their respective leagues, right?
Yeah,
Chandler was Bellator, right?
Yep.
Conor was UFC double champ. And they're similar in that they're still good, but they're on losing streaks.
They're on. Both need a big win.
They both need a big win. That's why they could be very desperate matchup for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe Conor even takes an easier matchup. I don't know who that would be, but maybe it's one of his first one back post injury is an easier. I'm not gonna say a chump by any means. No one's a chump in the UFC, but someone who Conor's favored against. Take that one and then go Chandler. We'll see that maybe too. Who knows? I think Conor still has it back in.
Conor's gonna want to come back with a bang.
With Khabib gone, and I mean obviously Chucky Oliveira is taking control.
I like Chucky. I like that nickname.
Yeah, has taken control of that weight class, but it's still there. It's still not 100% sold. I think on anybody, whether that's Gaethje, whether that is Conor eventually back. Who knows? But or Tony Ferguson is still in there. I mean, he really is. We'll see. Or he's not Khabib, but it's a dude who reminds everyone of Khabib, like Nurmagomedov or something like that.
Islam Makhachev.
He's good too.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name.
He's the future.
He is the future, but we'll see. We'll see.
Any bold predictions for UFC in 2022?
That's the boldest I can go. Is just that Jon comes back. It's also kind of a hope. I really want to see Jon Jones fight again.
Same. He's so entertaining.
Maybe a little return. I think, like I said, we haven't seen a lot of Stipe Miocic recently. The past couple of months, really, just kind of.
He's like 40.
His name disappeared. Maybe a comeback for him. Hopefully, I mean, you'd love to see it. One thing I can for sure guarantee is a lot of beef between the CEO of EPO. Who is that again? What's his name? Usman, and then his main competitor that really hates on him.
Colby Covington.
I was going to say Corey Covington.
They kind of settled it though because
They did. They both respect one another. But
Masvidal versus Covington's going to be great.
It's going to be a great fight.
Yeah,
and they're both personalities and.
Oh yeah.
And they both. I mean, that's what the best part of UFC is the personalities and everyone.
Yeah, the trash talking keeps it going. All right, we're going to go in this camera right here. Knock, knock. A Tank Top Hank hot take is here. Sean O'Malley.
Sugar
Sean O'Malley will, I think, it's not for 2022, but in 2023, he's going to fight Peter Yan, who is going to win the Bantamweight Championship and keep it in a few months. But O'Malley's going to fight that dude, Peter Yan, for the Bantamweight Championship in 2023. The reason why I say 2023 and not 2022 is because O'Malley has been unranked for a while, but he just wiped the floors with, I think, Damian Maia is his name, who's ranked 14. Right, so O'Malley's now going to be ranked somewhere in the teens, probably 13, 14, or 15. Then he's probably going to fight a top 10 guy. I think he wins. Then maybe somebody in the top 7 or 8 win. Then maybe like a top 3 or 4 guy win. Right? Usually you do about 3 fights a year. Yeah. That covers 2022. Then I think he comes back.
He goes early 2023.
I think it's him versus Peter Yan.
What about what happened to Sterling? Aljamain Sterling.
He's the champ right now.
He's the champ.
Champ because he won on a technicality because Peter Yan did an illegal knee.
So who's Yan fighting next?
Aljamain Sterling.
Oh, they're fighting again.
Yeah, so
that's gonna be sick.
Yan is the interim champ.
That was Yan. That was Yan's fight.
Yes. He's in many people's eyes the real champ, but Yan is the interim champ. Aljamain is the undisputed champ technically, and they're gonna fight. They're the main event of something coming up, I think, or the co-main event.
Wait.
And I think Yan wins that, then defends it maybe against like a Dillashaw, maybe something like that.
TJ,
yeah. And then and I think O'Malley keeps rolling, keeps growing in popularity, keeps showing that he can really fight. And early 2023, I think him versus Yan, one of the biggest pay-per-views in the 2020s.
I bet.
So that's what I got. Any closing remarks?
No, man. Kind of summed it up. Put everything out there. Just
football and UFC. That's how we roll.
It's gonna be a great weekend.
Yeah, I can't wait. Great weekend of sports. That's gonna do it for Tank Top Hank. Thanks for joining. Make sure you get that UFC pay-per-view. Even though it's $70, it's worth it. And obviously Super Bowl's free. So watch that. Let us know. Drop a comment. There's comments on YouTube, right? Drop a comment if you think I'm wrong. If you think my Tank Top Hank hot take is wrong, which usually they aren't. But yeah. And follow us, MUTV Sports 23 on YouTube. That's it. Tank Top Hank out. See you next week.